welcome to the stream. How are you doing? We're about to get both. That's my drawing tablet. Just gonna shove my drawing tablet out of the way. So rude. And you're gonna knock over my drink. And you're gonna step on my cable and turn off my camera. You're so rude. Hi, Ethan Getcha, welcome. Why are you... Dude, leave my... That's a chocolate muffin. You're also standing on the cable. Get your dirty paws off my muffin. He keeps stepping on my camera cable, which... Get your paws off my muffin! That is chocolate! No. There's chocolate there, that's poisonous. That's poison. Poison. No, poison. This is one way to set up a stream. Okay. We're getting started. Hi, how are you doing? I do still need a second as I am setting up the canvas for both streams. Okay, now you're in my lap and you're going to cat jail. Yeah. In my lap, and you're not allowed to leave because you keep knocking things over. Hi, we're drawing manga today. I hope you like manga. I have set up a dual camera setup so that my coffee's getting cold. I've set up a dual camera setup so that I can be seen while I draw. That's why I did it. I thought it would be more visually appealing. Appealing. I thought it would be more visually appealing. I don't know what was with the accent. Uh, how are you guys doing? How is your day? Hello, Guerrero C9G. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you being here so much. My hair went in my mouth and it choked me. Hello, Guerrero C9G. Welcome to the stream so much. I appreciate you being here. Ethan, gotcha. Welcome. Dana, hi. Hi, 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 hi. 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 Do you like staples? Like, are staples useful for you? I have lost my pen. Fena? Or Fena? I don't I don't know if your name am I just not pronouncing it right? If I'm not pronouncing it right, please correct me. Oh. No, I want to get your name right. Fina. I can get Anya right. I can get Fina right. Today we're just gonna be drawing manga. That's what I'm gonna do. I have panels to do, and I'm gonna do them. Fina. Okay. I'm also drinking a cup of chud. Yeah, I'm drinking a cup of chud. A medium chud. Oh, good. It's black. That's cool. I'm a Virgo. I'm not a Virgo. I'm a Sagittarius. I need to go get my other drawing glove. This isn't actually a drawing glove. This is just to protect me from the sun. All right, I'm back. Welcome. Wait, banging song? Which one? I've released two now. Also, I ate a protein bar out of a trash can. Sounds like an amazing folk punk song. You are the opossum to the trash can of my heart. Let's go. We are Sex Bomb. Okay, yeah, that does seem like a folk punk song, not gonna lie. My drawing software is lagging. Why is my drawing software lagging? I used Krita for years. I used Krita for like I love Krita. By the way, if you don't know what Krita is a free drawing software. Krita and Medibang, I would say if you're going to start drawing digitally, use Krita and Medibang. I absolutely love both softwares. They're amazing. What's up, Julie? Weather. That's how I pronounce your name now. I'm sorry if I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. I'm awkward. I'm weird. Nervous. Anxiety. Okay. Wow. Shwabadada. Took too long. Now your candy's gone. That's what happened. Pusha. Okay, so uh I remember when Ruby was coming out and they just kept releasing banger music. I'm gonna move my muffin. Uh so in the last scene, this is the scene before the last scene. Do I have the last scene open? The last time I was drawing manga, um it was this scene. So continuing from there, like right now, I think there's this artist I like. Her name's Antenna Girl. She's like a Japanese musician. I think she's more popular overseas, but she's like 700 followers on Spotify, and I really like her song Lemonade. I think that's my current right now favorite. But like earlier today with my music, because I'm actually doing dance later today too. I've got time that I have to go to the dance studio. But earlier today, with my music teacher, we were singing like AJR, Yes, I'm a Mess. Like, yes, I'm a mess with an S on my chest, got sun. Yes, I'm a mess with an S on my chest, got stress filling up my head. So I spent last night blowing up my life, now I won't see you again. Here's to the front and here's to the back and here's to the 2010s. So I'm in my guts when the sun comes up, yeah, I like myself like this. I like myself like this. Eve, uh wait, does this count as a Japanese? Does Yujiko count as a Japanese artist if they're from New Zealand but produce music in Japanese? Like, like their song titles are in Japanese. They produce music for Japanese market. They're like ethnically Japanese, but they're from New Zealand. I don't know if that counts as a Japanese artist. We had this argument the other day with Ty when I was helping him work on the RPG. And I was like arguing with him that well, he's designing an RPG in game in game mechanics. Like his RPG plays like a JRPG, and I'm like, it's a JRPG. And he's like, no, it's not a JRPG. It's not from Japan. And then I was like, it's not from Japan or made by a Japanese person. And I was like, if I made your RPG, would it then be a JRPG? And he was like, yes. And I'm like, no. The definition is the gameplay and core mechanics. Why is my drawing tablet being so weird? Okay, little drawing warm up. Let's draw a dinosaur. Perfect. Best warm up ever. Yeah, I do use a Q on tablet. I got this on Black Friday sale a couple of years ago. I love it. Whenever I have artist block, I draw something called a fook, just French for seal. Let's draw a fat fook together. See, the thing about drawing fat Fuchs, is you need to get lots of rolls in with the fat Fuchs, right? Because that's what makes them a fat Fook is the cute little rolls. Hi, Amy. But yeah, whenever you have an artist draw block, just draw a fat Fook. I'm drawing manga, but I'm just kind of drawing in general. I got no. You have no Fooks. Chat. Do you know what you know what seal pushed me is in French? It's Fook de Pussy. Hi, welcome. I got weirdly immature in the start of the stream. I am a normal person. I swear I'm normal. Guess who's back? Back again. Audie's back. Back with friends. I hope my audio is coming through fine. I am quite far away from my mic, even though I'm like directly talking to the mic. Ah. I'm hyper. I was given coffee. A couple months ago, I could only take like a couple sips of coffee before I would get like really sick. And I really liked coffee. And like I really missed it. So I would sip the coffee and then I would spit it out into the sink. Just so I could like have it on my tongue and taste it. But now I can have an entire cup of coffee to myself and I love it. But like the tolerance break from it really messed me up. Because caffeine now really affects me. There's no sugar or cream in this coffee. It's just black. Oh, Craig of the Creek is really good. Uh, I really liked Apple. Have been recently watching Apple and Onion while I clean my house. I'll put on an episode of Apple and Onion and I'll clean my house to Apple and Onion. But like when it came to growing up, I grew up with Adventure Time and I grew up with Steven Universe and I absolutely loved it. What other shows? I really liked like when I was a kid, I liked Uncle Grandpa, but Infinity Train. I remember when the pilot of Infinity Train came out on. Oh my gosh, Regular is so good. Regular show is so good. I remember watching that as a kid. I remember the pilot of Infinity Train came out on YouTube, and I watched the pilot of Infinity Train, and then I had like set it to my like calendar, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this show's gonna be so good, it's coming out. And then by the time the show came out, it was like 2 or 3 years later, and I was like nearly an adult at that point. Like I was like 17, 18, and I still watched it. I still liked it, but I was no longer in their targeted age demographic. However, Infinity Train was really good.
Drink water, you
Oh,
dehydrated
Over the
bitch.
Garden. Why did I not talk about Over the Garden Wall? I have based my channel, I've based my personality on Over the Garden Wall. Oh, Amazing World of Gumball was really good. I remember watching Amazing World of Gumball with my friend after school while I was waiting for my parents to pick me up from their house. And we were playing with Lego while watching Amazing World of Gumball on the TV in their, like, rec room. I'm not cute. Fight me. I watched Doctor Who all the way up until they had Garibaldi, was it? And then I watched Doctor Who all the way up until they had Garibaldi, but then I had to cancel my like subscriptions to all of my like TV. Like I don't watch TV because I don't have a subscription to any streaming service. Just because I can't afford it. But I watched up to Garibaldi. That's the 13th Doctor, right? But Doctor Who. But my doctor was David Tennant. Okay, so honestly, the 11th Doctor is the best Doctor. That is my Doctor. I'm looking for reference images. Okay, so I'm picturing this one starts with them walking to like the ranger station, and then they put a game of Catan out because they had brought the game of Catan to play while at like in the evenings, which will foreshadow later a joke where like the gruff ranger, like the guy that's like kind of an asshole, gets really really into Catan after not wanting to play it at all. I do have a hard cutoff at 5 where I have to go. I really like that. I should take reference from actual people. I feel like this drawing was referenced by this IRL photo. Something tells me this photo and this drawing are connected somehow. I don't know what. Huh. This is how I feel I look like every day. That's what I look like. Oh my gosh. Hi, Cluster. Welcome. She has a bag like that. It's a dry sack type bag. Yonki? You know what? If everyone's gonna use this image, I'm gonna use it too. Did you just call me gay, Cluster? Does okay, like, does making out with women make me gay, Cluster? If does that make me gay? No. Does making out with boys make me gay? No. Neither make me gay. They make me bi. There's a difference. I need to do my makeup today and laser my face. I have a hard cutoff at 4 because I have to get ready. All right, I found an image. So this character is wearing like given to her guide's clothes, so it's definitely not. They're definitely not fitting properly. We're gonna use what's called the Loomis method. Why is it still in monochrome? I don't want it in monochrome. How do I demonochrome my things? Wait, there we go. I have no clue what you're talking about, but hello, both of you. Welcome to the stream. It's a cool little stream we have. Okay, there we go. I'm just trying to find the shape. This is not the final drawing, it's a sketch. I mean, I don't really care if you're the only one watching this. I'm drawing for me. Okay? I'm drawing because I want to draw manga today. I'm not the most entertaining or the best or the coolest streamer, but I am a streamer, and if somebody wants to watch me, they can watch me. I'm trying my best. I know my voice is broken and I'm not necessarily cute, but I'm here. And I'm here for you. All of you. Thank you. I'm just trying to rough out a shape. How did I draw that character's eyes? The eyes kind of need to be... There's a ball here. If I draw a ball here, then this eyelid is going to look that. And then I gotta move that there. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. All right, all right, all right. Uh, that does mean this is the side of the head. Like, this is where the eyes bridge is. Means the ear should be there. Hi. Thank you for the $1. I really appreciate it. It's gonna go towards my vocal cord surgery, and when I get it, I'm gonna be so happy. My eyes or yours? Hi, I'm doing very good. Our eyes. And looking back at my reference, I saw somewhere online that you need to like look at your reference as much as you look at your look at your... Why is this off? Sorry. I saw that you need to look at your reference as much as you look at your main canvas, your primary thing. So I'm looking at this. and I'm noticing the nose shape. Now this character has a mask on right now because they're in an area that like has a lot of fire. So I can use the mask warping around their face to indicate the nose. Okay, so blah, blah, blah. And then I just do some lines. Okay, this eye is in the wrong place and it's slightly too big. This mask looks 2D. I need it to be 3D. Let's add like a tension point there. The line art will look better, okay? All of my art looks bad in the first like maybe hour of what it looks like, and then it, well, I mean, it still looks bad after I draw it, but it looks better. Now, Warren, she's in a job that's mostly men, and she's wearing basically a hand-me-down jacket given to her by another one of the employees at the ranger station, so the jacket should look way too big on her. Okay, and then drawing the body. Human bodies kind of have a fortune cookie shape. Hi, cheeseburger. We kind of look like this. Like for our chest. They're not relaxed though, are they? Hi, Panzer. How are you doing? Welcome. I'm kind of just drawing manga. I think I'm starting to get better at art. I'm far from what you would call a good artist, but I think I'm now an intermediate artist. This is called Clip Studio Paint. I like it because it's got a perpetual license, which basically means you pay for it once and you get to keep it. Well, this is just a sketch. This is not finished work. Sorry if I'm quiet. I was locked in for a second there. All right, cool, 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 cool. How did I have their hair begin? Oh, so they have their bangs out. They don't have their hair completely tied back. It's kind of half back. Their hair is like loosely based off of the way I like to style my hair. Actually, let me go get my ranger cap and then ask, and I can show you what I'm talking about. All right, so loosely they're loosely their hair looks like this. I don't know why this is lagging. My hair's wet because I had taken a shower just before stream. I hate how terrible I look all the time. Why is it laggy? Yo, my hand is moving at like 4 frames per second. Let's go. I'm gonna get the camera back on the screen in a second. There we go. Cool. There, camera fixed. Look how cool I am. Look how cool I am. Look, you can see my hands drawing. Happy birthday, ACC. Welcome to the stream. So I do have a hard I have to stop streaming in 1 hour. So let's try and get as much of this art as we can get done. So pop the collar out on their clothes. I should do their whole body before I start drawing their clothes. I want their body to twist back forwards so that their chest isn't in the right place, but their body is. Drawing a cylinder here. And then for the legs. Yep, those are the legs. This stream is going to be very hard to watch then if you don't know English. I'm from Canada, by the way. Bonjour. Hello. How do I draw hips? Hello, Algeria. How's Marwa?
This video is all about drawing female hips. I did a video about drawing female torsos about a year ago, but I wanted to take a little bit more time to really delve into hip construction and show you some of the things that I've been learning lately. Some of what I've included.
Fold in half. This actually is nice. I should like this more. The headphones for my device is in the other room, so I gotta go get my headphones. Alright, despite not explaining that well, I have headphones. Okay, let's listen to this.
Here is from Mikey Mega, who has a YouTube channel. It's phenomenal, and I'll put a link to his channel in the description below. Please check it out. He has a lot of incredibly useful content. I'm David Finch. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe and share with your friends. If you want high-resolution images of the drawings in this video for your reference, check out the description below, and there's a link to my Gumroad where you can get them all for free. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start with a construction drawing of the hips from the front. And I'm starting with the center line down the center of the torso, and then a bit of a bowl shape. It's an upside down bowl shape for the top of the hips. That would be the crest of the pelvic bone. Just below that, I have a small triangle for the crotch area. And then from the top of the bowl shape, I'm actually going inward for the stomach, and it comes back out where the rib cage hits. And just about halfway down between the ribs and the top of the hip sits the belly button along the center line. I've extended the triangle of the crotch up through the top of the hips and then darkened in the hips themselves just to differentiate them. From here, I'm going to go ahead and draw one leg and then the other leg, and you'll notice that the leg starts at the bottom of that bowl shape. I've drawn two little dots there just to give you an idea of where it starts, and it indents and then comes out for the leg itself. Now from the side, I'm drawing my bowl shape. I've actually drawn the center line really along the front, and I'm drawing another line along the back, and here's my rib cage shape. I've drawn a dot for my hip bone, and here's the leg extending down below, and the buttocks rests along the back and gives the back of the leg shape. In this next example, we're going to draw the hips from the back. I'm drawing my bowl shape again. We're looking slightly up at it, so I've darkened the bottom. I'm going inward again for the stomach area. This is the back.
My back doesn't do that.
It's the same shape, and it extends outward again for the rib cage. From here, I'm drawing the rear of the crotch area as a small triangle. This is still very
stylized.
And this time I'm drawing the shape of the buttocks on the back before I attach the legs.
I wish I had that kind of curve. Jeez.
And my legs extend from the top of the buttocks. On the inside of the leg, it comes out slightly and then it tapers down. And on the outside of the leg, it tapers in toward the hip bone and then comes back out and then tapers down toward the knee. Here's just a really quick drawing to simplify the buttocks from behind. So I've got two shapes just about like this, and it's almost like a butterfly, basically. And so I'm drawing a hip bone on either side, and then the actual shape of the hip and the legs below. The legs indent toward the hip bone and then come back out toward the crest of the hip, and the inside of the legs indent slightly as they come up toward the buttocks. Next, I wanted to show a bit more of a traditional drawing of a hip, more in the style of an Andrew Loomis. And so I've got basically an underwear shape, and then my hips are coming out, and I've drawn those as two balls. And now I'm drawing the legs extending out from that, and you can see how the buttocks rest on top of that, and it basically comes to the same shape. I like this kind of a diagram, but I'm finding lately I really like using a bowl shape. I find it much more useful and volumetric when I'm drawing hips. So now that we have some basics down, I wanted to go ahead and start to draw some hips from a variety of different angles. And we can show how we can move those angles in space in order to draw a variety of different poses. So I'm looking at the hips here from the side, about a 3/4.
Do I know how to draw hips still? No. Am I going to try? Maybe. So he was like, draw like an underwear shape. Okay, so he was like, draw an underwear shape, and then he like extended out like the ball of the hip. That should be angled slightly different. And then what was the next step of that? Chat, do you remember the next step of his video?
Lately, I really like using a bowl shape. I find it much more useful and volumetric when I shape. And then my hips are coming out, and I've drawn those as two balls. And now I'm drawing the legs extending out from that. And you can...
Okay, so he's drawing the bone. Not even 100% sure this is gonna matter because this character wears really baggy clothes. I just noticed my like thigh meat, my thigh fat. Gross. Okay, and then Round the shoulders. They are pretty non-binary or like tomboyish. They're not necessarily one gender or another. Well, I mean, they're female and they identify as female. They're not they don't strongly dress feminine. Now I want to draw the thigh. Hi, Kiefer. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you being here so much. So much more than you would know. If you guys don't know, I'm also streaming on Twitch. There you can get a wider angle and just a better shot. It's honestly, the stream is just better on Twitch. Did I fucking draw a retrograde? My furry is showing. I'm cheating a little bit because I know I'm gonna give them like long baggy pants. I'm gonna have this pant leg overlap the other pant leg. My guy, could you not switch my channels? You have to be in my face at all times. I'm not. Bite me. Who said I was a baddie? Who said I was a queen? Hello Kitty Pajama Girl, because that's... Okay, so, like, I may dress like a goth baddie, I may look like a goth baddie, but internally, I'm a Hello Kitty pajama girl. My guy, you're going on the floor. I just have, like, really, really pale skin. And, really dark hair. It's why people think I'm goth. If you bother me, I'm putting you back on the floor. Do not headbutt that, sir. Stay on your side of the computer. Leave my fucking muffin alone! You are spreading muffin crumbs all over the place. It's a chocolate muffin. It is poisonous to you. I'm just gonna throw my muffin out because you keep smacking my muffin. Gone, I threw it out. I didn't even get to eat my whole muffin because you kept smacking it. Yeah, I threw out my breakfast because of you. Okay, I'm back. So, like, the jacket kind of, like, have it, like, come out like that. Wait, you love my art style. If everything, no, there's nothing wrong with my English. I'm not 100% sure. Get off my keyboard. Hi, this man, this dumb creature. Ruka, how are you doing? Ruka-san. Ah, welcome. This dumb creature is causing so much chaos. This grown-ass man. No, he's not grown. He's only 4. This little baby child is causing me so much issues. Thank you. I'm not 100% happy with where this is going. Because this is the character that I'm drawing right here, where she was in the first panel. Are you asking me my body weight and size, or are you asking my cat's? But my cat's like 4 pounds. I'm like small sized. Yeah, I wear a woman's small for my shirt size. I'm not very big. His name is Nashi. But yeah, I beat Toop. Okay, I do want to slim like because they're not big. They're just wearing baggy clothes. They're wearing like a ranger jacket that was meant for somebody significantly larger than them. This time I'm not even trying to avoid drawing hands. I just kind of want the character to be walking with their bag. By the way, I suck at drawing hands, so you're about to see something horrifying. I only have half an hour and I'm not even out of the sketching phase. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's have part of their sleeve rolled up. This is bothering me. Okay. The bottom of the jacket isn't even done, so I shouldn't be too bothered. Can you tell that I'm not a professional artist and I do this as a hobby?
All right, they got their bag slung over and their park ranger badge, which is on the button of their pocket.
All right. I don't know what Dandy's World is. Would you like to talk to me about Dandy's World?
Uh, it's now getting to the phase where I don't hate it. Every art piece has like a phase where it just looks terrible, and then I just keep adding details until I don't hate it. I think it will look better when I start shading in things. This is just the line art. Hopefully it looks better when I start shading in things. I'm gonna have this plunge go deeper. Zooming in onto this piece. A lot of this is like very 2D and like lacks depth. 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 Why am I struggling with that word? Depth. Depth. So I think when I add shading, I might be able to add quite a bit of depth. Hi, Rookie. Welcome. I got a big yawn. I got 12 more minutes for this. Okay, I'm drawing manga. I'm drawing this character again in a different scene. Because they're walking back to the ranger station right now to drop off their stuff before they report in for duty. I don't know. I don't know where I would add you. Basically, the premise of this story is this forest ranger gets isekai'd, and they're basically brought into what I call the shadow of the earth, which is where all of story and myth end up. Um, and then they meet up with a vampire, and then they go on adventures to learn magic and like go into dungeons to like find magic. But the magic system's based on like plants and mushrooms, and to cast a spell, you have to harvest magicka like you would harvest a crop. And if you over harvest and destroy too much of the crop that you have, the little microbiome that's growing around you, you can no longer cast spells. Like, ever until you regrow that crop. I can add a cat to the story at some point. Yeah, I'll add a cat. I act like a cat too. I like to perch in high places. It makes me feel tall. I remember someone talk about Odyssey if she's a bottom or a top. This is actually true. I don't remember the user. I'm gonna be completely honest. That makes a lot of sense. I do give off top energy because I'm so dominant. I don't because I am so cool and dominant. Like I'm obviously a top, right? Right? Please praise me. Tell me how cool and dominant I am. Wait, what? No, 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 what? There's a short where I'm yelling, I'm not a bottom. Because I was wearing a teddy bear onesie and I was looking like ooh small. And chat was like, ha, bottom energy. And I was like, I'm not a bottom. I'm not cute and adorable. I'm a threat. Why does everyone think I'm cute? I'm a scary monster. I was gonna say predator, but no. I'm a scary cat. I'm a hunter. I'm a good hunter. Wait, now that the sketch is done, I have to add the like hard colors. I also need to fix the eye. Wait, there we go. Hi, baby angel. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I hope everybody that's new to the stream is enjoying it. I don't always draw manga, But remember, any support towards the stream is helping me to get my vocal cord surgery and is helping me just be a better streamer and a better content creator in general. So please send your support. I appreciate it. You don't have to donate to me financially. Honestly, sharing my content is the best way to support me. Like just showing people my stuff. What? Wait, there, the lines are fixed. Oh, wait, there we go. I'm not reading a comic, I'm drawing a comic. I'm not a half bad artist, am I? Okay, I do have to end stream because I have to get ready to go to the dance studio to do some like evening practice. Would you guys like to see more manga and musical work in the future? Big cat stretch. Would you like to see more manga and anime song musical work in the future? Please let me know. I really appreciate everyone that came to the stream today. We got a donation. We somebody donated $1 today over the one of the things, and it was very appreciative. I really appreciate that so much. This comic, or at least this panel, should be out by the end of the week. You can find my comic. It's called The Alchemist on Manga Plus. On Manga Plus. You can download it on the App Store, or you can use it on the internet if you want to support. Well, I mean, the comic's free. You can just read it, but if you want to read it, it's on Manga Plus. At least the 2 panels that are out already. Once I get the first chapter done, we will be using a pod service, so you can buy a physical copy of the book. That will be probably near the end of this year. It's called The Alchemist. Or The Alchemist's Assistant. It only has 2 pages right now, but it's called The Alchemist's Assistant. And we're slowly working away at it. Hopefully by the end of the year, we'll have a physical release with a POD service. The premise of the story is mostly talking about animism and environmentalism, which are things that I hold very close to my heart. It talks a lot about being like a park ranger, as this character is. I used to work at a wolf sanctuary, and then I had studied outdoor education, and then I worked as an outdoor educator for a while. This character is a park ranger who basically is gonna get trapped in the Feywild, or what I call the Shadow of the Earth. And they're not only gonna survive, but they're gonna thrive.
Bro, I'm never gonna get this comic done. If I spend 3 hours on just drawing the coloring shade and the blocking out sketch, if I spent 3 hours doing that, this is gonna take a long time to draw. Not that I'm not gonna do it, just I need to be done more than a panel a week. If I do a panel of a week for a year, I only have 30 panels of the like 200 panels I need to print this out. All right, goodbye. I'm Odyssey Astra. You can find me on Bandcamp as Odyssey Astra. You can find me on X as as Odyssey Astra. You can find me on YouTube at of Odyssey. You can find me on Twitch at of Odyssey. And thank you for coming to my show. Welcome, not welcome. Goodbye, goodbye, everyone. I appreciate you for being here so much.